folks, this is Jadius,
And this is Bayus.
and we're in the Wood League, and so are you, and this is Game 3 of the Gosu Gamers King of the Hill show match series between Huk and MorroW. So far it's 1-1 in the series. This was the first ever Gosu Gamers King of the Hill series, and lots of crazy chatting going on between these two.
What the hell does GM mean?
Who knows? Who knows?
That's something I would like to find out one day.
But yeah, don't know what. If anybody knows what GM means, please write us in. Please put it in the video comment. We don't know what's going on, but these two have been jawing and jabbing at each other this whole series, and I'm sure it's not going to I'm sure it's not going to stop. And something else that won't stop is Huk moving out with an early probe to harass the hell out of MorroW and pulling out his hair.
I know, on this smaller map, the probe's going to show up earlier and be able to do more damage more quickly.
Yeah, nowhere for MorroW to hide here.
So, Jadius, gotta ask you a question relating to gaming.
Alright, shoot.
What do you think is better, the PlayStation Move or that weird new Xbox thing, whatever the hell it's called? What's that Xbox thing called?
It's called Kinect with a K.
Oh yeah, Kinect, of course.
I don't know. I sort of hate like all this stuff. As you know, and you viewers at home may not know, but Bayes knows. I hate the Wii. I think it's stupid.
Oh, I know you do.
And I hate it. And I hate that games that like I want to play on PlayStation 3, namely Monster Hunter, went out to the Wii, and it's just such a shame. That game would have been awesome on PlayStation 3.
Oh, I'm sure it would have been awesome on PlayStation 3, but it would be awesome on PlayStation 3 with the PlayStation Move, I think. Don't you?
No, absolutely not. I hate all those motion control things.
The Wii is that it's low quality. You know, it's like it's got poor processing power. It's not HD.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, these new motion sensing technologies work with better consoles. You know, these consoles actually, you know, have powerful processors, and integrating the motion capture technology to them. You know, I'm not totally sold on it, but I don't think it's a horrible idea either.
I suppose it's not a horrible idea. It's just not something that I'm totally into. And you know, I'm a classic gamer. I like a keyboard and I like a mouse, or I like a controller. I don't like flailing around like a dead fish while I'm trying to swing a sword or something like that. So,
well, you know, as the controllers become, you know, better sensors, right? The flailing will be reduced. One can hope.
Absolutely, but I'm against it. I'm against it totally. And let's keep it at that. Down with motion control. But right now, early Zealot going in with for Huk into MorroW's base. Huk claiming that the homoeroticism of SCVs being able to kiss each other and make all their boo-boos go away was very unfortunate as far as his probe harass was concerned. So he decided to put a Zealot right in MorroW's face and see if the homoeroticism.
SCVs can repair each other?
Sure, SCVs can repair any mech unit.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. And it is gay. Gotta admit.
It's a little bit gay,
Whether
you know?
or not, like, depending on your definition of gay, right? But it's pretty gay that they can just, you know, touch each other.
But the thing is, I'm thinking there's got to be some female SCV drivers. I know that their portraits are all the exact same guy, but I think that's just a guise to make us believe that it's just this one cigarette smoking guy. I bet you there's some real hot female SCV drivers, and I'm thinking that maybe they just had a prior relationship together and they were just really comfortable battling a probe together.
There's no females in the world of StarCraft at all. Oh wait.
Well, there are medevacs.
Medevacs?
Yeah, there are medevacs, medics, Valkyries in the first game, and of course there's Kerrigan. You know, she's
look like women and sound like.
She's sort of female.
True.
But back to the game at hand. I mean, just nothing really too crazy. 3 gateways rather than an early cybernetics core, which we've seen lately from Huk. So no early cybernetics core. There will be an early robotics facility though, and a bunker still at play here for MorroW. But right now we see a quick factory and a quick starport. It's about time for him. 3
Yeah,
barracks
looks
going
like
down.
Morrow's changing his strategy to get those factory units out early, get those air units out earlier. I guess they worked so well for him last game that he's changed his tactic and he's decided why not just go for it quickly.
Actually, a tech lab going down on this starport factory, building the tech lab early so that the starport can move over. So it might not actually be the same tactic here. I'm sensing maybe Banshees or a Raven coming out here for MorroW, and a little bit of a change of tactics, which is exactly what I want to see from him.
Looks like it's probably going to be a Raven.
Yeah.
I noticed Morrow's saving up his Vespene past 100, all the way to 200. So I was thinking a Raven would come out, and I was right about that.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to be using that for, I guess, some harassment or just maybe some support in defense of those stalker ranged attacks?
I mean, it's a really versatile unit, especially early game. Not a lot of people using them early game. It is very versatile. You can see early observers, which Huk has one out on the board right now. You can have turret support. You can have point defense drones, of course, to handle those stalkers. Right now, MorroW trying to sneak a Hellion into Huk's base, but it's not going to work. The stalkers are going to see it. But this observer probably going to have no effect. So already the Raven kind of paying off. No, actually Huk's going to sneak it around. The Raven won't be able to see it. But yeah, Raven's very, very versatile, and he's going to be able to use it in a number of ways here early game.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm eager to see the push that MorroW makes with this Raven. The Raven is now sitting at his base, collecting mana.
So MorroW
or collecting whatever it's called, energy or something.
MorroW did see the observer just barely with his Raven, so he knows that it's somewhere out on the field. Still making Hellions, so he's still going to try that strategy of bringing the Hellions through to the back of Huk's base. This observer looks like it might be farmed down here. The Marines be able to catch it. No, it looks like the observer is going to survive. Lucky observer there, gonna survive to scan and see what's what for another day. Medevac now out on the field, and looks like the Hellion is going to be dropped from a Medevac. Pretty unorthodox stuff.
Yeah, that's it's unorthodox, but it may be a good idea. That front ramp is very well defended at Huk's base, so.
Yeah, absolutely. All about getting it back there in the mineral line and just pumping those flamethrowers into the probes or the drones or the SCVs as long as you possibly can. And let's see if that has any effect right now. No photon cannons, of course. Huk rarely ever making photon cannons. And
yeah,
there's none of them for him now.
This Hellion is going to be dropped in the base now, or not.
No, it's not going to be dropped in the base. The stalkers will actually see it.
And, wow, I mean, this is some weird play right here. The Colossus coming out, which is Huk's signal that he's about to attack. Huk seemingly waiting for this first Colossus before pushing, and that's exactly what he's done the last 2 games.
Let's see, the Raven going to put down a point defense drone, so that's what MorroW was planning on using it for. The stalkers kind of ineffective right now as long as the point defense drone has enough energy. But again, MorroW forced to focus fire the Colossus. The Colossus not even going down. Probably going to go up on this high ground. No, it's gonna retreat with its low HP, but it is going to take a few pot shots before it is farmed down, if it's ever farmed down. And MorroW again just failing to make Vikings. I mean, geez, it's frustrating to see. I mean, it must be frustrating for MorroW too, because Huk has basically gone for the exact same strategy again, save maybe the addition of 1 Immortal. But MorroW trying to do some sneaky stuff, trying to change tactics, and Huk just basically saying, "I'm going to shove Colossus down your throat, and let's see if you can handle it from game to game."
Yeah, it looks like the point defense drone didn't quite do enough. It looked promising there for a minute, but I don't know, it just stopped working.
Yeah, I mean, it runs out of energy, and then that's that. The more little lasers it fires, the faster its energy goes down. So, if you had 2 of them, it probably would have been very, very effective against those stalkers. But as soon as it runs out of energy, it's basically just a floating nothing. It's a floating dinner plate or something like that. But it just serves absolutely no purpose. Vikings are coming out now for MorroW, but
Huk's attack looks imminent, and it looks devastating.
Yeah, absolutely. The army advantage is. Army advantage is definitely with Huk now after that skirmish sans Vikings, and this does not look good for MorroW.
Yeah, MorroW's doing a bit of a a bit of a base harass here, but it will not slow Huk down. Huk is just attack moving straight into MorroW's base and adequately defending and destroying these marauders that are attacking his main. One marauder is still up, but these probes will be more than enough to handle it.
Yeah, the probes adequately doing a great job of defending the home front, and these Vikings going to be farmed down one by the stalkers, and MorroW is absolutely without options here. The Raven is kind of just going to idle over to the back of the field and just dream of the days where he was just sitting in the starport and knew nothing of battle, and he's actually going to survive this battle, but
this Colossus is going to clean up with only 26 armor remaining, and yeah, that was a brutal defeat for MorroW. He's got to do something differently. I mean, he's got to produce more units early game, like he did last game.
Absolutely, but I mean, make the Vikings. I mean, what's the harm in having 2 Vikings and then going out and doing what you want to do? As far as the strategy is concerned, if you want to do Hellion drops or you want to do whatever, just have the 2 Vikings, because this is the 3rd game in a row that Huk has made the Colossi, and 2 of those games Huk has taken pretty easily because there was no Vikings out in the field. And so, I know MorroW is a clever player, I know MorroW tries a lot of different things, but Huk is shoving the same thing down his throat and beating him with it, and it's a real shame to see. I mean, obviously good play by Huk. Huk knows when to attack, Huk knows when to press, Huk knows when to retreat, and Huk's probes apparently know how to take down marauders, so kudos to them.
Yeah.
And 2-1 up in the series right now. MorroW, I don't know. I mean, I imagine for Game 4 he's going to come out with Vikings. Is this the time that Huk changes his strategy? We'll have to see. But on behalf of myself and Bayes and the Wood League, we thank you very much for tuning into this pretty brief Game 3. 2-1 up now is Huk in this Gosu Gamer King of the Hill show match series. Best of 7 between Huk and MorroW. Great rivalry brewing between these guys, and we're going to bring you each game in the series up to Game 3 now. Stay tuned tomorrow for Game 4, and we thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you folks next time.